Somebody asked me a question. How can you convert pressure into pleasure? How can you convert pressures into pleasure? दुनिया में इतने प्रेशर है, hundreds of pressures. And the answer is very simple. It's enlightenment. You know something? आप लोग Zoom call में आते हैं. I don't know whether you realize it. Is it really true that the solution to all the problems is enlightenment? Yes, it is. Is it really true that the way to happiness, the way away from problems, the way to peace of mind, the way to God, the way, all the things in the world, the answer is only one: enlightenment. The answer is realization of the truth. And we are all so lucky. I can tell you, I am so grateful that we are all so lucky that together we are in this ship, whether you call it friendship or some other ship. Names I have to still get. But we seem to be in a ship and we are all sailing towards that goal of enlightenment, that goal of liberation, that goal of salvation, where there is peace, because the whole world is messed up. The whole world, I can tell you, is completely messed up. It is very sad to see people enveloped in darkness of ignorance, blankets and layers of ignorance. They have pressure. Oh, pressure, pressure. How come I have only pleasure? How come I have no pressure? मेरे पास कोई प्रेशर नहीं, कोई भी प्रेशर नहीं. If somebody tries to give big headache to me also, still I don't get pressure. होता है. Don't think that people don't try to give headache to me. Daily, there is somebody other who tries to do some jugaad. There are all jugaad करने के लिए लोग कम है क्या दुनिया में? There are a lot of people who try to trouble. But for me, trouble is like a bubble. Huh? Trouble is like a bubble. I just make it burst. Trouble will become a bubble when there is enlightenment. So today I'm sharing with you, we are all very lucky. We are on a ship. We are on a ship, and I hope that we continue to sail together towards that divine enlightenment. May we all move forward together to convert every pressure into a pleasure. And let's get on to the yesterday's interesting question from Kumar Swami. Sir, your time, sir.
Sir, actually yesterday my question was, when a zygote is there in the mother home, what is the sequence of the entry? First, how the subtle that our mind will enter, and what is the stage of the entering of the mind? That is my question. The Atma, mind, and the life forces are interconnected.
So the sequence of entry, Kumar Swami, it's a fusion. In a chemical reaction, how does the fusion? So you imagine now what I'm saying. In the fusion, what is the fusion? The sperm and the egg, the male cell and the female cell, that fusion, I don't have to explain to you. In that fusion, the Atma facilitates the mind and ego carrying its karma to come inside. It is one divine fusion. Let us give it a new name because nobody in the world has talked. Only Kumar Swami gets the trademark for this. It is a divine fusion. Let us call this new terminology. It is a divine fusion. The divine fusion is when the male and the female cells, they fertilize to become a zygote. It happens when the mind and ego, me carrying its karma, is energized by the Atma in one fraction of a second. That is the answer.
No, actually, sir, what happens? Without life force, your mind cannot, or subtle body cannot enter in that body. If life force is there, it is a subtle body enters.
So I'm telling you, along with Atma, it enters, no? What makes you Atma's life force, no?
Life force is something body to be live. That is your vital forces. Vital forces is a life force of your body, every human being or any life.
No. Are you denying the Atma as the life force?
Atma is giving power to all. It is giving power to all senses. But it should
That
be
is
live.
the same Atma. That is the same Atma which, along with the mind and ego, creates fertilization of two cells to become the zygote. Why is it difficult to accept what I'm saying?
No, what I mean to say is, sir, suppose one dead body is there here, there is no life force. Okay.
Yeah.
Because there is no life force, the subtle body also will live. Mind will live. Me will be also live. Because there is no life force. If life force is there only, this will be there. Whether your Atma will be there or your this
Okay, let me
subtle
correct.
body is also there.
Let me correct my statement for your understanding. Okay. So the male and female cells fertilize because of the Atma. You agree?
Yes, agreed.
As soon as that happens, the me enters. Now it's okay for you?
No, where is life for that zygote? There is no life.
The Atma is the life force, no. Scientifically, dear Mr. Kumar Swami, scientifically, the zygote multiplies from cell to two to keeps on multiplying. Yes. So life force is there inside.
Okay.
How can you deny the life force?
Okay. It is multiplying means life force is there.
Correct, Kumar. Agreed. I am not telling. Science is telling.
Right. Sir, one more question from my side. Okay.
But amazing question. Thank you for your good question. Now you can ask as many questions as you want.
One more question because, okay, I should ask or not, I don't know, but I got this idea, this doubt last days. See, when we are going to sleep, first part, we will be, our senses will be shut down first. Our eyes will be closing after some time. Our all five senses will be merged. Then we'll be losing. Hello?
I lost you. Please repeat the question. Please repeat.
Sir, see, when we are going for the sleep, first when you will be closing our eyes, and after some time we will be losing our all senses. All five senses will be merging in the mind or somewhere else. Okay, that will be, we are forgetting the body now. First stage. So we will be not aware of the body now, because all five senses are merged into the mind. Okay, so that is a waking state to gone to sleep state. So there the mind will start working. In mind also, ahankara also will not be there. It will be there, but it is not fully clear. And buddhi also merge in the mind. Buddhi also will not be there in that. It will merge in the mind. So then the chitta will display your total picture. So one dream will start coming. So after some time, that also will vanish and will go into deep sleep. So everything will be merges in causal body, in antarakash mein pura merge ho jata. Then my question is, sir, when you are going for a meditation, so first we will be having body awareness. First it will go. Then afterwards, some thoughts will be there, but thoughts also will come to zero. But after some time, we will go in deep meditation. So the body and mind also will disappear. It will be disappear. Then in samadhi state and the deep sleep state, both are almost equal. Samadhi state and deep sleep is both are equal, but only the difference is that is unconscious, this is conscious. Only difference is this. This is a blissful state. So here my question is, when we are in deep sleep, our breathing will be functioning. But in our Samadhi state, our breath will not be there. This is my practically experiencing, that's what I'm telling you. Why?
You're
Both are
telling-
same state.
you have told many things which I have to now correct some of the things. You are saying, I heard you saying the last, in the Samadhi state, breathing will not be there. So that is spiritually and scientifically wrong. So please just let me finish the whole thing, then you react. Because
Yes.
I've got 2 tracks. I'm working walkie-talkie. When I'm talking, I'm switching off your volume. When you're speaking, I'm switching off. So there's a clear connection. Hope it's a good connection today. So, dear Mr. Kumar Swami, the first state is called Jagrat.
Yes.
In Jagrat is a state of the waking, the body and the mind both are conscious. The second state is called Swapna state. In the Swapna state, the body is knocked out, senses are knocked out, mind only is working.
Yes.
The third state, the body is knocked out and the mind is knocked out. And you reach a state called Sushupti. The waker, the dreamer, and the deep sleeper. The fourth state is not the same. You said that Sushupti is the same as Samadhi. Sorry, it is not the same. The fourth state is Chaturiyam or Turiyam, in which you experience Samadhi. You become the witness and the observer of the body, the mind, and the one who is deep sleep. Both, all of them. You become the witness and the observer. Breathing continues. Breathing doesn't stop. If the breathing stops, the man will die. This is all this spiritual big jargon that the body will stop breathing and you can bury the body under the mud for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and then the man will be alive. We should not believe all these things, because God has made certain universal laws. If a man stops breathing, the man will die. There's one guru who's supposed to be in Samadhi in ice. I forget the name. For last some 7-10 years. And Hitkari is laugh smiling. Maybe he knows the name. ऐसे कोई गुरु है, नाम क्या है? Ashutosh Maharaj, no? He is in Samadhi from last 10 years. He's in the ice. बर्फ में है 10 साल से 8 साल से. We are not interested in all these subjects. We are only interested in enlightenment. So, dear Mr. Kumar Swami, at the end of all those questions, which I clarified so many points, what is your question?
No, actually, sir, in the Ramakrishna Paramahamsa case, when he has gone to Samadhi, the doctor tested him. So there was no heartbeat, there is no breathing also. So this person has died, but he was there in the Samadhi, in deep Samadhi. There was no breathing, there was no heart beating also. So doctor told that this person has gone. But after some time, he is come out from the Samadhi, so normally he is functioning.
You are right. Some amount of time a person can get into that stillness, but it is not for long periods of time. And Mr. Kumar Swami, as AIR, my explanation is practical, simple explanation, and not wanting to get into any complication. I want to give an acceptable, practical way of enlightenment. I don't want to give any way of enlightenment which is impossible to attain. What we are talking, any common man like you and me can attain enlightenment. Let us stick to this point. That is my request to you, and let us understand the concepts.
Okay.
And let us not wait for miracles to happen. I hope you respect what I'm saying. If you have to any more further, you can ask me. Otherwise, we move forward.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Kumar Swami. Appreciate. Thank you very much. Administrator.
Gaurish.
Gaurish, please.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
So my question was, like, should we wish for birthdays? Should we wish for birthdays?
If you are wishing,
Mhm.
okay, if you go to a dog and you wish the dog, happy birthday, dear doggy. Happy birthday, dear doggy. It makes any sense, Gaurish, to
No,
go
sir.
and wish a birthday to doggy? It
Yeah.
makes any sense?
No, but like our like our family
It
members,
makes no
our
sense. You are right. Because the
Yeah.
doggy doesn't understand the meaning of happy birthday.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
If you go to an enlightened person and say happy birthday, then that person will tell you, remember the what song I sang? बधाई किसको है देता जन्मदिन इसका पर ये मैं नहीं. Remember the song?
Yes, sir.
बधाई मुझको क्यों है देता मेरा जन्मदिन नहीं पैदा हुआ नहीं मैं कभी नहीं हूं मरता बधाई जन्मदिन की ये कैसी. So when you go to an enlightened person and say happy birthday, it makes no sense. But if you go to your mother, you go to your father, and you wish happy birthday, they will be very happy.
Yeah.
If you don't wish your mother happy birthday or father, they will think you're crazy.
Yeah.
They will think you become mad. They will tell,
Yeah.
don't follow air, man. Air is a crazy fellow. Don't follow AIR. So
Yeah.
you must wish people happy birthday
Okay.
because they feel happy, and they are all manifestations of God.
Okay.
So you please wish them. But inside your heart, you should know that it is nonsense.
Yeah.
Because the person is actually birthless and deathless.
Okay.
Thank you, Gaurish. Next question.
Rajkumar Mohana.
Rajkumar Mohana.
Hello.
Yes, Rajkumar.
Hello, Shivam here.
Sure.
Actually, I've got two connected questions. How to handle the stress and pressure in life? And is it important to work under pressure? What is the importance of working under pressure?
How to handle stress and worry, right? You said?
Stress and pressure in life.
Stress and pressure.
Yeah.
And how to deal with it.
Yeah, how to deal with it. And what is the importance of working? Is it important to work under pressure?
Thank you. Actually, there is no stress and pressure in life. Stress and pressure is only caused because of ignorance.
Okay.
Suppose you are having a dream, and in the dream, a monkey came and ate your nose, and he ate one eye. Now
Okay.
he's going to eat the next eye. And you wake up and the monkey has already finished eating one nose. In this Pahalgam, you get big monkeys. Bada monkey milta hai. They eat your nose, he ate your nose, he ate one eye, and he's going to eat your next eye. And you are sweating in your dream. You're sweating.
Yeah.
And you wake up. Will you have any pressure?
No, but dream and reality, they are two different things.
Very good. The dream and the reality are not two different things.
Yeah.
The moment I don't have any pressure, because I realize that in
Yes.
the end of the day, everything is just a dream. There is no need to scream. I know. See, if you trust me, if you believe me, you have to listen to me and question me. You don't
Right.
have to accept me. Am I saying you shut up and accept what I say? Do I say like that?
No, acceptance
No.
depends upon the person, self.
What's that?
Acceptance depends on self only.
Correct. So what I'm saying now, I'm trying to explain to you, Rajkumar. Whatever we have got stress, you said, how do we deal with stress and all that? We first of all understand what is the stress being caused. The stress is being caused because the mind is bombarding us with that worry.
Yes.
It is just like today's Times Now and Republic TV. Have you seen Times Now and Republic TV?
No.
if you go to any of these TV channels, they will tell you, एक आतंकवादी का एक आज मृत्यु हो गया, बड़ा हुआ, ये हुआ, और they will
Yeah.
show you, they will show in the TV 40 angles of
They,
the attack.
they exaggerate the things.
No, they do in such a manner, it looks like 40 लोग मर गए.
Yes.
Actually, एक ही आदमी मरा.
Okay. That is
mind
called
does the same.
exaggeration.
The mind does the same thing.
Yeah.
The mind exaggerates the stress.
Right.
I'm asking you a simple question now as a practical man.
Right.
Okay, you have to be very honest with me. You have to be honest.
Definitely. Definitely.
Please tell me which of yours, don't have to tell the detail, but when did the last stress or anxiety of your life got solved in the last 1 year? Tell me which, tell me it happened in February or March or April or May. When did the last stress or anxiety get solved in your life?
Not getting solved at all.
No, not the present stress. Not
No,
what
no.
you had today.
From past 2 years, 2-3 years, I'm facing more of anxiety and stress.
Very good. Tell me what happened 4 years back when you had a stress and anxiety, when it
That-
got solved.
Yeah, no, actually those all which was getting solved automatically because of means my availability of resources.
No. I'm asking, you have to help me to get, I asked you, please help me.
Sure.
Did you have any stress or anxiety in the last 10 years which got solved, or you did not have?
No, that time it was getting solved.
But how much you worried about it?
It was less. Worry was less at the time.
Okay, let me give you an example. I built a building
Yes.
and the building was worth 40 crores. After I built the building of 40 crores, I got a notice to demolish the building. They
Oh,
said you have to break
yeah.
the building. The building is not legal. You have to break the building. How much stress and anxiety, Rajkumar?
Okay. There's too huge pressure.
I
Stress will
got
be
a
more
notice.
obvious. Yeah,
I got a notice, demolish.
that's what. So it is a huge pressure.
But what I realized when I look back at it, that every pressure is an unnecessary anxiety,
Yeah.
which makes no sense. Because in the end of the day, there is no point in worrying if there's no problem. If there's a problem,
Yes.
if you can do something, again, there's no point of worrying. If there's a problem and you can't do anything, still there's no point of worrying. This is not a joke. See, what am I trying to tell you? Am I trying to
Yes.
undermine the problem? Am I trying to laugh at it? No, I completely understand the stress and the pressure that you are facing, because I
Yeah.
have faced 100 times more stress and pressure. 100 times more.
Right. It may be. Maybe.
Then another time, I had this building of 40 crores, and the loan became 50 crores,
Okay.
and I could not pay.
Oh,
Small stress or big stress? I had to sell the building.
right. It's a big stress. Big stress. Big stress.
But the point
It is a
is
big stress.
that all these stress and pressure, we have to learn to realize only when you are enlightened, you realize that
Right.
ये तो एक नाटक है, कुछ सच ना है, हम तो कलाकार हैं, आते हैं जाते हैं. I'm asking you one question.
Sure.
Suppose
Please
doctor
welcome.
tells you are going to die in the next 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Doctor tells you now in 30 seconds you're going to die. What
Right.
happens to all your stress and worry? It's there or it's gone?
No, it's gone because we believe that you have to go to God anyhow one day. We realize, we understand the fact.
That attitude that प्रभु के पास जाना है.
Yeah. It is a
जब
fact.
तक प्रभु के पास
We can't-
जाएंगे वही संभालेंगे.
Yeah, we cannot ignore. I think something wrong in the system or video or something.
You're frozen, eh?
Yes, now am I frozen or am I okay?
No, it's okay. Audible.
Now we've got double image.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm giving you a practical
Yeah.
way. The practical way is this. Please remember my statement.
Definitely.
Do your best.
Sure.
God will do the rest.
Okay.
Do your best.
Yes.
God will do the rest.
Okay.
Remember this, Rajkumarji.
Yeah.
You know why I was able to deal with my problems?
Okay,
Because
how-
I realized it was my own karma coming back to me.
Okay.
So what
yeah.
do I said? What I told Prabhu? मंजूर करना जो भी हो ये प्रभु की इच्छा है. मंजूर, कबूल, 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 कबूल.
Accepting. Kabul means
That is the way
accepting.
to overcome your
Yeah.
pressure and stress. Are you saying something?
Working under pressure is important. Means how it is beneficial or not?
No, very bad.
Okay.
You must learn to laugh at your pressure.
Sometimes the pressure is
Now-
created by people around us.
And
Sometimes the pressure or
right now,
stress
when
is,
I'm talking to you, you are saying you're talking unpractical. You're talking. But let me explain to you
yeah.
the only way to deal with pressures in life
Right.
is to laugh your problem. Laugh at your problems.
Okay. You take it lightly, that
When
means.
people are creating a when people,
Yeah.
Haji,
Yeah, please welcome.
I understand the problem is there. Suppose I'm telling you, suppose a police officer is standing outside my door to arrest me. Is
Right.
it a joke?
No, it's
Police
not at
officer
all.
standing outside my door with warrant.
It will
But
cause a lot
it-
of stress.
Lot of stress, correct?
Yes.
But what does the enlightened person do?
Will submit, surrender.
And the enlightenment person just surrenders.
Yeah.
The enlightenment person does not have any worry, any stress.
Yes.
To him, there is somebody bigger than the policeman. There is
Yeah.
a very powerful person who is in charge.
Sure.
My suggestion to you is that you have to learn to surrender to this power that is greater than you and me. There is
Okay.
a very strong, and I really mean it, Rajkumar. I'm telling you from my personal experiences. Are you telling me that it's easy to deal with pressures and problems in life? No, but I'm assuring you, and I'm promising you that enlightenment is the solution. And
Right.
I'm giving you a personal example. I'm promising you that this is my personal example.
Sure.
And please trust me and believe me that this is the way to do it.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
But if you don't trust me, then it will not work.
No, I trust too much. I wholeheartedly trust you.
Okay, so my request to you, I'm folding my hands. I'm
No.
folding my hands and I'm requesting you. What I want you to do is when a problem comes, आप कभी मंदिर गए हैं?
Yeah, sure. I love to go to temples.
What prasad they give you in mandir?
Different types of prasad.
What prasad you like? What prasad you like?
General laddus.
Laddus. Suppose the pujari gives you tirtham and doesn't give laddu. Will you tell the pujari, tirtham nahi chahiye, laddu do? Will you tell the pujari?
No. Whatever they give, we accept.
Whatever they give. Prasadam means whatever they give.
Yeah.
Whatever is happening in your life is a prasadam.
Right.
Whatever is happening is a prasadam that is coming from your own karma.
Right.
So do not, I'm telling you one thing, the more you resist, the more it will persist.
Okay.
The more you resist, the more it will persist. The more you are stressed out, the more it will trouble you, the more it will, Rajkumar, it will chase. Okay, let me tell you a story. Since I want to help you, let me tell you a story.
Definitely. Most welcome.
There was a man who came to Bangalore to take a job in IT.
Right.
When he came to Bangalore, he got a new house, and every day when he came from office, he came in a bus, and he used to go from the bus stop to his house. Every day there was a bulldog chasing him.
Okay.
The bulldog, like that. The bulldog chasing, nearly
Yeah.
going to bite off the man.
Okay.
Every day the man would go running, and go home.
Wow.
One day he realized that ye nahi chalega.
Right.
So one day he met a master, and the master told him, "Don't give in to your fear." Next day, when he was running and the bulldog chased him, he turned, and he faced the bulldog. When the bulldog came, the bulldog opened mouth, and he turned like this. You know what
Yeah.
he saw? He saw the bulldog had no teeth.
Oh. To bite. It
He
can't
had no
bite
teeth to
people.
bite.
Yeah.
फिर वो आदमी क्या सोचा, मैं 1 महीने से क्यों भाग रहा हूं?
No. Yes. Very funny. Yeah.
Not funny. See, your problems don't have teeth, but you are thinking your problem will bite you. You're
Yeah.
thinking people are troubling you. You think they will kill you. You think they will. Relax. You have faith. You yourself will tell me in few days your problems are solved. Thank you, Rajkumar. I hope it will
Thank-
help you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
definitely. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for the explanation.
Thank
Helping
you.
me.
One more question, Administrator.
Last question, Kiran Katoria.
Kiran Kathuria.
शिवोहम गुरुजी प्रणाम
Shivoham. Pranam.
प्रणाम
Bolo.
गुरुजी
बोलिए, बोलिए.
गुरुजी earlier you have given us enlightenment book and we slowly moving forward in that direction, and today we are so lucky you have allowed us to board the enlightenment ship, and now by our air we are sure all of us are going to be enlightened. And thank you so much for your grace. We are really thankful.
Thank you. Thank you for your kind words. See, remember, Kiran, आपका question is only a comment, right? You don't have any other question, right?
Only I want to show
Share your
my
feelings.
gratitude with you.
Okay, thank you very much. But let me convert your gratitude into something which we close with. Dear Kiran, my goal is to help each one of you to reach enlightenment. It is my genuine goal that I want everybody. That's why I patiently try to listen to each one of you and try to explain how you should reach there. I try to clarify problems. I try to clarify उलझने, मन में जो उलझने हैं. There are so many complications. But let me tell you one thing. Life is very simple. We are complicating it. Life can be very beautiful. We are making it miserable. Life
Yes.
can have a lot of pleasure. We are creating pressures.
Yes.
I want
yes.
all of you to trust the divine. I want
Yes.
today's message because of thanks to Rajkumar. Yesterday, the hero was Kumar Swami. He asked a wonderful question. Today, Rajkumar has taken the cake by asking such a good question. We all face what is called problems. But problems are not stop signs. Problems are guidelines. Problems they're not stumbling blocks. Problems are stepping stones. Problems are challenges that God gives us. And those who live with faith and hope and trust and surrender, they are able to overcome any problem. Because after all, there is no problem. The problem is in our mind. The
Yes.
mind is creating the problem. There is no problem because we are just actors. We come and we go. When will we realize this is just a show? That is why we are coming to Ask Air every day, because we have to continuously, like a stone cutter, hit the block, hit the rock, till the rock breaks. We have to remember this. Only when we keep on hitting at the rock, it may be 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, the rock is not breaking. Suddenly, the rock will break and our problem will be solved. And we will realize God in the temple of our heart. But this is a test from the divine. If we are persistent, if we are going to continue our devotion to God, if we are coming in Jnana Yoga every day at 8 and we are meeting together in this ship, we want to get together and go forward. Yes, definitely the grace of the divine will be upon us. I can
Thank
only
you.
fold my hands and thank
Thank
you,
you.
Kiran. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you
for
so
being
much.
part.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Shivoham.
God
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.